By Representative and Marco Rubio supporter Carlos Curbelo and State Representative and Republican Party Chair of Florida, Blaise Ingoglia. Welcome to both of you. Welcome.
Carol, thank you, and welcome to my alma mater.
It's a beautiful campus. We're having a good time here. And we're working hard, too.
That's right.
Carlos, you were at the rally yesterday, the Marco Rubio rally, as I was. There weren't many people there. Some people said it was kind of embarrassing.
Well, what people have to understand is Hialeah is a working-class town. It's actually where I grew up. It was at 5 p.m. The goal of the rally was to get people to the early voting site right next door, and that's where Rubio has been very effective. We've seen in polls that among people who have already voted, he's up 2-1 on Donald Trump. So I think Rubio's doing a lot better than people think in this state.
So, Blaise, you have some data on that, being the GOP chair. Share.
Yeah, what we're seeing is very enthusiastic voters here. At the end of today, we will probably see more than 1 million voters voted in this primary already, and we're probably going to see north of 2 million voters by the time March 15th comes around. So we are much more enthusiastic than the Democrats are.
So when people were doing their early voting in Florida, Marco Rubio was doing much better. So who knows how many votes Marco Rubio actually has gotten?
Yeah, we don't know, but we do know, as to the Congressman's point, what we have seen is that the people have already voted. Polling is suggesting that Marco Rubio is doing much better on those ballots that have already been cast.
So going back to this rally, I did talk to a number of Marco Rubio supporters who said they were going to throw their support to Ted Cruz if Marco Rubio decided to drop out. It was interesting. Marco Rubio supporters do not like Donald Trump. Let's listen. When Donald Trump calls him names like Little Marco, what goes through your mind?
Donald Trump, forgive my language, he's a blowhard.
It's not very nice. I mean, that's a fact. I think Trump, he's a TV guy. He does it for the publicity.
I think that he has dirty politics in the sense that if he has to go down to that level and disrespecting people and calling people names, that it doesn't say much about his person and who he truly is, and he just is a bad person.
In the way that he talked, Trump, I don't like, because we can disagree, but without insulting you and you without insulting me.
All right, so you hear those voters there. You know, they hate the kind of language and insults that Trump is employing in his run for the president. I asked them whether they thought Marco Rubio should have gotten down in the dirt, too, and they stood up for him because they're very, very passionate supporters of Marco Rubio, but you could tell it kind of made them uncomfortable. Marco Rubio himself said that he regrets doing that. Was that a mistake?
Look, I think Marco Rubio was trying to destabilize Donald Trump, and to be honest and fair, I think it's thanks to Marco Rubio's attacks that we've seen Trump really stumble. He had a tough Super Saturday, and even though he did recover this week, things aren't going as well for Trump as they had. Now, what these voters understand, Carol, is that a lot of people have been saying a vote for anyone other than Marco Rubio in Florida is a vote for Trump. But it's actually really a vote for Hillary Clinton, because I think what most Florida Republicans and most Republicans around the country understand is that if Donald Trump is the nominee, God forbid, Hillary Clinton will very likely be the next president of the United States.
But still, every attack lobbed against Donald Trump has not worked. His numbers have only improved. So, you know, you look toward tonight's debate and you say, is anybody going to attack him at all? What do you think, Blaise?
Well, I think we're going to still see a continuance of what we've seen in other debates. But what's going to be important here with us, the Republicans debating to see who is going to be our presidential nominee, is we are having substantive debates about policy. And that's what's setting us different than the Democrats. I mean, if you look at the debate last night, the Democrat debate, Hillary Clinton refused or did not choose to use the words veteran, ISIS, or the words national debt. And those are the things that people are really caring about during this election. So I think what you're going to hear tonight at the debate is a lot more policy. Hopefully we stick to a lot more policy and we get away from some of these attacks, because people in this country want solutions. They want answers to the problems that are plaguing this nation.
And that's really where Donald Trump has struggled. When Marco Rubio got him in that corner and was trying to force him to explain his health care plan, that's really where Trump was unmasked. I mean, this man has no idea what he's talking about. He has no concrete ideas for the future of the country, and when voters see that, they start running away from him. So I hope that the wonderful moderators at CNN will really force all the candidates, but especially Mr. Trump, to be explicit and honest about what his vision is for the future of this country.
I'm sure Jake Tapper will. He's a smart guy, so we'll see what happens tonight. I'm excited to watch this. I'm sure both of you are.
At the very least, it's been entertaining. It's not always good.
Not always good. You're right about that. Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Still to come.